Gusto mo bang mag-invest pero hindi mo alam kung saan at kung paano ka magsisimula? Are you looking to grow your hard-earned money this year? I understand that the market can be overwhelming and complicated, lalo na kung wala ka pa talagang idea because there are so many options out there. Pero guess what? Hindi mo naman kailangan maging expert para makapagsimula. Sa video na to, pag-usapan natin ang pinakasimpleng investment options para sa mga beginners dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. Hello mga ka-RFF, this is Morgan De Guzman from Ramper Financials. Kamusta po kayo? You are watching this video because you are interested to invest, pero hindi mo alam kung paano magsisimula. Don't worry, hindi ka nag-iisa. Marami pong ganyan, yung tipong ready ka na, may pera ka na, pero hindi mo naman alam kung anong gagawin mo at kung saan ka pupunta. Sabi nga nila, the first step is always the hardest. Lalo na siguro kung usapang pera, no? At kung hard-earned money mo pa yan. So in this video, I want to share the most common and beginner-friendly investment options in the Philippines na pwedeng-pwede sa nagsisimula pa lamang. Pero bago tayo pumasok sa isang bagay, lalo na sa hindi pa natin masyado alam, syempre importante na maintindihan din muna natin ito kahit papano. Investment by definition and in simple terms, it's an asset that generates income or appreciates in value over time. Dalawa lang yan. Pwedeng magbigay sa'yo ng income o pwedeng tumaas ang value in the future. Ngayon, bakit mo naman kailangang mag-invest in the first place? Dalawa lang din po yan. Textbook and most fundamental reasons why you need to invest. Number one is to beat inflation. Bakit naman natin kailangan talunin ang inflation? Ang inflation ay ang pagtaas ng presyo ng bilihin at ng serbisyo. In the last 5 years, our average inflation rate is about 4%. Imagine if you just save all your money in the bank, you are losing 4% per year. Kung i-apply natin to sa totoong buhay, for example, yung sasakyan na gusto mong bilhin na 1 million pesos, next year ay magiging 1,040,000 pesos na yan. That's inflation. At kung nakatago lang sa bangko yung 1 million mo, kikita ba yan ng 4% or 40,000 in 1 year? Very unlikely, di ba? That's why you need to invest in order to beat and outpace the inflation. Number two is to achieve your financial goals. Kailangan nating mag-invest in order to achieve our financial goals. Yan ang ating dream house, dream car, travel fund, retirement fund, educational fund for your children, or capital for business. At marami pa yang iba. Lahat naman siguro tayo may pangarap, di ba? One mistake that most people make when they are venturing into investments. Gusto lang nilang kumita ng pera. Plain and simple. Gustong palaguin yung pera, gustong lumaki, gustong magdoble in the future. Pero pag ganun kasi, walang direction eh. Mas maganda yung may deeper reasons ka. It has to be more than that. Pag ganitong mentality mo, para ka lang kasing tumataya eh. Versus something na nagtatanim ka talaga for a future goal. Di ba? Dire-diretso. That's why every investment should be goal-based. So ito na, pag-usapan na natin kung saan ka pwedeng mag-invest. Tulad nga ng sabi ko, the market could be complicated and overwhelming. There could be 100 or maybe thousands of different investments in the market. But in this video, I will share the best investment options for beginner that is available in the Philippines. For the outline of this video, we will discuss 5 investment options for beginner. Mutual funds, unit investment trust funds or UITFs, stocks, REITs, and lastly, Pag-ibig MP2. I will discuss them one by one, and we also provided additional resources para mas malaman mo kung paano ka makakasali o makakapagsimula. So let's start. Mutual funds. Para sa mga ka-RFF namin na matagal nang subscribe dito or maybe existing client na namin, alam nyo naman na si Ramper ay dubbed as the biggest distributor of mutual funds in the Philippines. This is our flagship product. We carry about 90% of the brands in the market. Halos nandito na nga lahat eh. At syempre, hindi na ako lalayo. At ito ang first option na tingin ko ay best para sa mga nagsisimula pa lamang. Bakit? Kasi ito ay pooled money from investors and managed by professional fund managers. Maganda to for beginners na gusto ng hands-off approach. Nagsisimula ka pa lang, bumakas ka muna sa mga magagaling o sa mga expert. It is beginner-friendly, convenient, and also affordable. Hindi mo kailangan tutukan, hindi mo kailangang bantayan. Kasi the fund managers, sila na ang gumagawa niyan at sila na ang nagmamanage ng risk and most of the technical stuff. All you need to do is to invest regularly. It is also diversified into different investment instruments. Kadalasan ay 20 to 40 investments already inside the fund. Kaya nga siya tinawag na basket of securities. Imagine yung 1,000 pesos mo, naka-invest agad sa top 30 biggest companies in the Philippines. Hindi mo na kailangan tutukan. Invest ka lang kahit pa 1,000. Ang dali, di ba? Now, how to start with mutual funds. Marami kaming past videos here on our channel discussing how mutual funds work and how to start investing, either through a trusted financial advisor or through our digital investing platform, Rampber Online. Check this video's description and comments to learn more. Pangalawa, UITF or Unit Investment Trust Fund. Katulad ng mutual funds, ang UITF ay pooled investment din. Pinagsama-samang pera ng mga investors na minamanage ng professional fund managers. Diversified din at may iba't ibang klase ng assets tulad ng bonds, stocks at iba pa. Ang pinaka-common distinction ng UITF, ito ay offered ng mga bangko at regulated ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP. Kaya kadalasan naririnig natin siya as bank product. Ang mutual funds naman ay offered ng investment companies under ng Securities and Exchange Commission. Sa UITF, units ang binibili mo, kaya ang presyo ay tinatawag na NAVPU or Net Asset Value per Unit. Sa mutual funds naman, shares ang binibili mo, kaya ang tawag dito ay NAVPS, NAVs, or Net Asset Value per share. Ngayon, dahil trust structure ang UITF, para ka lang talagang bumibili ng produkto. Mabilis ang proseso, madalas online lang, pwede sa banking apps, or even e-wallets. No need for long forms or multiple requirements. Kaya kung gusto mo ng madali, mabilis at accessible, swak ang UITF para sa'yo. Ang mutual funds naman, dahil corporate structure siya, may ownership aspect. Para kang may share ng isang kumpanya. Kaya mas detalyado ang proseso, kadalasan may forms, TIN, valid ID, at investor profile na kailangang fill-upan. Pero dahil dito, mas may sense of ownership ka sa investment mo. At dahil mas mabilis namang mag-launch ng UITFs, mas marami yan sa market, over 160 UITFs. Ang mutual funds, around 60 to 70. Kung gusto mo ng convenience, digital access at maraming pagpipilian, go for UITFs. Kung gusto mo naman ng structured ownership at tax advantages, pwedeng mas bagay sa iyo ang mutual funds. Walang mas mataas o mas mababa. Depende yan sa goals mo at kung anong klaseng investor ka. Mas maraming options kang pagpipilian. And the good news is, Rampber is now offering UITFs. So for both mutual fund and UITF selections, iisa na lang ang kakausapin nyo. Kami po yun. So subscribe and follow us to get the freshest updates about this. Number 3, stocks. Not really beginner friendly, but one of the most common and available instruments in the financial markets. Hindi po ito financial advice lalo na sa mga nagsisimula pa lang. But this is worth trying. Pero konti-konti lang muna. Sabi nga nila, only invest what you can afford to lose. And I believe this also applies in stock investing at lalo na sa mga nagsisimula pa lamang. Ayon nga sa numbers, 90% of the traders lose their money. Kaya ang advice ko is to try it out first. The only way to learn is by doing it. Pero this time, with caution. Stock investing to, may risks talagang involved dito. Ganito kasi yan eh. Pag-aaralan mo yung stock, check mo yung fundamentals, technicals, at yung charts. Tatimingan mo kung kailan ka papasok, kailan ka lalabas. Magkano ang bibilihin mo at magkano ang ibebenta mo. Babantayan mo pa yan kasi maraming pwedeng mangyari. At kailangan mo talagang i-monitor. Ganan po ang ginagawa ng mga fund managers. Pero expert naman sila, lisensyado. At ito talaga yung ginagawa nila araw-araw. Trabaho nila yan. Kaya para sa akin, mas maganda na may funds ka at stock portfolio ka. Yung may position ka na nakikisakay at yung iba namang position mo, ikaw ang nagmamaneho. Pero personally, kung mag-i-invest ako sa direct stocks, I'll go for blue chip stocks or defensive stocks. Yung mga kilala, malalaki at matitibay na negosyo dito sa Pilipinas. Yung stable pa rin kahit may market or economic fluctuations. Defensive stocks, they usually provide consistent dividends. Ano po ba yung dividends? Ang dividends ay parang profit sharing. May shares ka ng isang kumpanya, may parte ka ng kikitain nila. Pwedeng tumataas ba ang presyo ng stocks because of the volatility? Pero dahil investor ka, may matatanggap ka naman na regular dividends. And speaking of defensive stocks and stocks that gives out regular dividends, pang-apat, REITs or Real Estate Investment Trust. Ito ay uri ng stock na puro real estate properties lang ang laman. Gumagawa ang mga pinakamalalaking real estate companies in the Philippines ng kanilang version of REITs. At nilalagay nila dito ang ilan sa kanilang mga properties, kagaya ng A-REIT ng Ayala, M-REIT ng Megaworld, RCR REIT ng Robinsons Land, at marami pang iba. REITs can give you the earnings potential of a real estate property without actually owning a piece of physical property. Kung may property ka, di ba, may potential capital appreciation yan. At may potential income din yan or rental income. At ang isa sa pinakamaganda sa REITs, they must pay at least 90% of their distributable annual income as their dividends to their shareholders. This is according to the REIT Act of 2009. Guaranteed po ng batas ang pag-i-issue ng mga REITs ng mga dividends on a quarterly basis. So kung gusto mo ng real estate property pero wala ka pang sapat na capital at gusto mo din ng regular income, REITs are a smart consideration. And pwede rin ito sa mga beginners. Basta, wag mo lang kakalimutan yung mga due diligence mo as a stock investor. Pag-aralan mo muna ang isang stock bago mo pasukin. We also have videos regarding stock market and REIT investing at kung paano ka makakapagsimula with our trusted partner brokers. So check them out. And last but not the least, syempre, ang isa sa pinaka-safe at pinaka-popular investment options para sa mga Pilipino, number 5 ang Pag-ibig MP2. Pag-ibig MP2 Savings Program is a voluntary savings program offered by the government through the Pag-ibig Fund. Ang maganda dito, it's backed by the government, kaya considered siyang very low risk. Kaya ang tawag nga dito ay government guaranteed savings. Perfect ito para sa mga conservative investors na gusto ng stable na kita. Historically, ang MP2 ay nagbibigay ng returns na umaabot sa 6% to 7% per year. Mas mataas kung ikukumpara sa regular savings account or time deposits. May 5-year lock-in period lang siya, which means hindi mo pwedeng galawin ang pera mo agad. Pero kung okay lang naman sa iyong magantay, sulit talaga ang Pag-ibig MP2 for long-term saving goals like retirement, education, o pang down payment sa bahay. Ang kailangan mo lang dito ay maging active Pag-ibig member at pwede ka nang magsimula for as low as 500 pesos. Kung OFW ka naman or freelancer, pwede ka pa rin makasali. Basta meron kang Pag-ibig MID number. Plus, tax-free pa po ito. Kung naghahanap ka ng low-risk investment na hassle-free, MP2 is really a great place to start. Our very own Ms. Jong Fernando has a comprehensive discussion of Pag-ibig benefits and Pag-ibig MP2. Kaya kung gusto mong malaman kung paano makakapag-open ng MP2 account, make sure to watch that video as well. So there you have it mga ka-RFF. Those are the ideal investment options for beginners available in the Philippines. 5 different financial instruments yan. Kung hindi ka pa rin decided, allow me to help. Paano mo ba masasabi kung ano ang nababagay sa'yo? The best thing to do is to understand your situation first. Alamin mo muna kung anong investment goals mo. Para saan ba talaga yan in the first place? Ano ba ang investment timeline mo? Gaano ba yan katagal? Ilang taon ba yan? Long term ba yan or short term lang? And lastly, very important, identify your risk profile so that you can match it with the risk involved in the investment. Ngayon, conservative ka ba? Moderate or aggressive? Gusto mo ba steady lang ang galaw? Or okay ka lang sa ups and downs, yung volatility? Kung conservative ka o ayaw mo ng masyadong may risk, you could consider Pag-ibig MP2 or yung mga money market fund or bond fund ng mutual funds or UITFs. Kung aggressive ka naman at gusto mong sumubok ng medyo high risk na investment, kapalit ang mataas na potential returns, you could go for direct stocks, REITs, or stock funds ng mutual funds or UITFs. Pero kung nasa gitna ka, ayaw mo ng masyadong high risk, ayaw mo rin o hindi ka satisfied sa low returns, moderate investor ka, ikaw yung nasa gitna. So you could go for a balanced fund ng UITFs or mutual funds. At bago ka sumabak sa mundo ng investment, allow me to share with you some tips. Number 1, it's okay to start small. Doon ka muna sa comfortable amount. Basta the key is to do it regularly. Consistent investing. Magandang monthly. At gawin mo yung peso cost averaging method. Number 2 is to diversify. Huwag isang investment lang yung paglalagyan mo. Maganda may funds ka as a starting point kasi less involvement ka dito. Ako po, dito rin ako nagsimula sa mutual funds. Then once familiarized ka na kahit papano, pwede ka na mag-open ng stock trading accounts at mag-invest sa stocks at REITs. Then, you could also consider a conservative position with Pag-ibig MP2 para may konting defensive position ka din sa portfolio mo. At kahit anong mangyari, ay kampante ka na hindi malulugi. Think long term. Hindi yan mabilisan. Hindi yan timing. Time in the market yan. Nagtatanim ka. Hindi ka nagtatabi o nagtatago ng pera. And the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. Time is your ally in investing. The longer you keep it planted, the bigger and better fruits you will harvest. The more you plant, the more you harvest. That's why plant your seed for your future financial goals. So ngayon, alam mo na kung ano ang options mo. Pwede mo bang i-comment sa comment section natin kung ano yung tingin mong nababagay sa'yo? And by the way, if you need help on how to start, please let us know. Please reach out to us and we will help you. We also offer free financial consultation. Muli, maraming salamat po sa aming mga subscribers. Sana po ay marami kayong natutunan sa video na to at nakatulong ito para sa first investment decision mo. Kung ikaw ay bago dito, please be part of our growing RFF community by subscribing in our channel. With that mga ka-RFF, this is Morgan De Guzman again. Thank you very much. God bless po at kita-kita ulit tayo sa aming susunod na video.